Good evening. It's Monday, March 22, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim and this is SunStar Tonight. The vaccines for COVID-19 have arrived, but the Cebu City Government still can't start the inoculation of its barangay health workers. That's because the Vaccine Advisory Board has disapproved the use of the Don Bosco Youth Training Center as the vaccination site. Tari Coronel reports.
The Cebu City Government has already received around 1,600 doses of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines for the barangay health workers and healthcare workers in private clinics. However, the city cannot start the inoculation yet. The Vaccine Advisory Board has disapproved to conduct the vaccination at Don Bosco Youth Training Center in Barangay Punta Princesa, the supposed vaccination site in the city. A vaccine simulation was conducted at Don Bosco last week. Cebu City Councilor Dave Tumulak said this may cause for a slight delay, but he added he will try his best to find another vaccination site as soon as possible. Tumulak said the Vaccination Advisory Board did not like the Don Bosco to be used as the vaccine site due to lack of ventilation and lack of facilities like comfort rooms. The Vaccine Advisory Board also finds the area not PWD friendly. Tumulak said these concerns can be addressed like putting more electric fans and industrial fans. However, Vice Mayor Michael Rama requested him to look for another site. Tumulak is eyeing to use the malls as vaccine sites, but he added this may take time as a memorandum of agreement has to be signed by both the mall operators and the city government before the city can use the area. In selecting vaccination sites, Tumulak said several factors have to be considered, such as its accessibility, complete amenities such as water, power, and internet connection, its proximity to a hospital, and the size of the area. Meanwhile, the Department of Health has recorded 8,019 new COVID-19 cases in the country today, bringing the total count to 671,792. Chare Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
Philippine Airlines has announced that it will reroute its flights from Dammam, Saudi Arabia and Doha, Qatar to land in Cebu instead of Manila. Johanna Bahinting reports.
Instead of in Manila, Philippine Airlines will reroute its March flights from Dammam in Saudi Arabia and Doha, Qatar to Mactan Cebu International Airport. This is due to Ninoy Aquino International Airport's arrival capacity limitations. Edelith Marie Buhok of MCIA said passengers of flights rerouted to Cebu will still follow the same international arrival protocols of 5 days quarantine, then swabbed on the 5th day as mandated by the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases. While the 1,500 limit mainly addresses NAIA, MCIA have been permitted 1,500 per day by the IATF since it started international operations in June 2020 in consideration of the laboratory capacity. Marie Buhok said that since February, MCIA's average daily arrivals is only at 250 passengers. PAL said the rerouting to Cebu is necessary to avoid a full cancellation of their flights. Meanwhile, Cebu Pacific will be canceling the following flights from March 18 to April 18, 2021 from Manila to Narita and Manila to Nagoya. The Department of Transportation has set the international arrivals in NAIA to 1,500 per day as a precautionary measure against coronavirus variant. Foreigners are temporarily barred from entering the country except diplomats and members of international organizations and their dependents who hold a 9C visa. Foreign nationals involved in medical repatriation, foreign seafarers under the Green Lanes program for crew change, foreign spouses and children of Filipino citizens with valid visas and emergency, humanitarian, and other analogous cases, approved by the National Task Force Chairperson. Johanna Bahinting, SunStar Tonight.
The Department of Health in Central Visayas says the isolation facility at the Hoopsdome in Lapu-Lapu City is not an accredited isolation facility. The DOH conducted an investigation after an overseas Filipino worker died of a heart attack while inside the facility. Chari Coronel reports.
The Department of Health Central Visayas said that the Hoopsdome in Lapu-Lapu City is not an accredited isolation facility. DOH statement came after a 36-year-old overseas Filipino worker died of heart attack while quarantined in Hoopsdome. DOH Central Visayas spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Lorecha said that the Accreditation and Licensing Division found out that Hoopsdome did not apply for accreditation to be used as an isolation facility. Early this year, the Lapu-Lapu City Government converted Hoopsdome as holding area for asymptomatic patients when the city's isolation facility reached full capacity at that time. Ramon Castro, who originally hailed from Toledo City, was scheduled to be released after completing the required 14-day quarantine at the Hoopsdome when he suffered a fatal heart attack. Castro was set to go back to the Middle East and had to undergo a swab test before he was allowed to travel. He was billeted in one of the hotels in the city while he waited for the test. When Castro tested positive for COVID-19, he was transferred to Hoopsdome for isolation. As of 8 p.m., Mayor Junard Chan did not issue a statement yet. However, Chan earlier ordered to have the facility's layout expanded and to increase the number of personnel in the isolation area, as the Hoopsdome only has one entrance and exit and is guarded by a nurse. Based on the DOH Central Visayas Memorandum, isolation units must be within 2 hours travel to a higher level facility capable of receiving suspect, probable, and confirmed COVID-19 patients. Temporary treatment and monitoring facilities must also have separate entrance and exit for patients and healthcare workers. Chari Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
For our Monday marathon, Tiffany Neri gives us some movie recommendations that focus on women empowerment.
Since we are moving towards the end of Women's Month, why don't we talk about these must-watch show titles that celebrate and inspire women empowerment? Coming up right now. Number 1, The Bold Type. Inspired by the life and career of former editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan magazine, Joanna Coles, who is also an executive producer of the series, The Bold Type follows the lives of 3 millennial women who navigate the challenges and adventures that come with being employed at a global publication in New York City called Scarlet. The Bold Type falls under the comedy-drama genre, but tackles a lot of woke and very real socio-cultural and feminist issues, a definite must-watch for yuppie millennial women. Number 2, Little Women. Little Women is a classic, a film adaptation of the novel Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. The latest film, since it has had several, was released in 2019, which just goes to show how timeless it is. This coming-of-age classic tells about the lives of sisters Jo, Meg, Amy, and Beth in the 19th century, a wonderful literary piece that connects women from generation to generation. Number 3, Period, End of Sentence. The 2018 documentary and short film Period, End of Sentence is about a group of Indian women leading a quiet sexual revolution about something taboo to their culture. Periods. A group of local women in rural India learn how to operate a machine that makes low-cost, biodegradable sanitary pads, which they sell to other women at affordable prices, improving feminine hygiene by making it accessible as well as contributing to financial independence in their community. Number 4, Self-Made. What makes Self-Made so empowering is that it is based on a story inspired by the life of an African-American entrepreneur, Madame C.J. Walker, who rose from poverty and built a beauty empire that made her America's first self-made female millionaire. If that isn't enough to impress you, we don't know what is. Number 5, Knock Down the House. If you're more into politics and how women fit in that puzzle, Knock Down the House might just be the documentary for you. It follows 4 Democratic women who decided to run for Congress in the 2018 USA elections and their campaigns. One of them is the very popular American politician Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And why is it so empowering? 4 very determined women challenge huge politicians in the race for Congress. So, tell me, who runs the world? Girls. Ladies, embrace the power you have. These are the kinds of shows we need to help bring each other up. Until next time, this is Tiffany Neri for Lifestyle on SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim, and this has been SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.